Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I don't know. Yeah, I could see the mic thing moving on YouTube, but I don't know. I'm not even going to worry about it at this point. The last two times I've tried to go live on Instagram and YouTube at the same time, the sound was cut off on YouTube. And if that's the case today, then I've really got some production work to do. But good morning, everybody. Um, it's Tuesday morning, and we're going to get into it this morning. I'm not going to lose my cool like yesterday, and I didn't lose my cool yesterday. I was just honest and open and wasn't letting myself be inhibited by how you may want me to speak, communicate, or how you may want me to act. I can't concern myself with that. I'm not going to email you every morning and say, hey, what should I post today? How can I act? What can I wear? Who can I be today? So yesterday I was definitely on edge. Good morning, Denver. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. We are live. Good morning, Oregon, on YouTube and Instagram. And I really am trying to get YouTube dialed in because I'd like to make this the main hub for the lives and stuff because Instagram has been giving us issues. How to find you if we get disconnected? How do we find your live stream? I don't know. You click my name on the top. True. Anyway, so good morning. I was just saying, Tenacious J. Jay is the best. Look, to be completely honest, I like being like this. When you see the way you see me right now talking to you, this isn't my online personality. This isn't some shtick. I was laughing this morning. I saw a content creator who is delivering serious messages, political messages and stuff. And he starts off his videos by always flipping the camera. He does this thing where it's like he's wheeling into the camera every single time. And there's another wonderful content creator out there, a woman. I'm not sure of her name, but every single one of her videos starts off with, well. I can't. I can't. I can't do that, and I can't follow people like that. That's me, and I don't mean to judge them harshly, but that's a shtick. That's a gimmick. That's something you're doing to hook people in, and it's not sincere. My point is, when this guy talks to people in the street, he doesn't go like this, right up into your face, right? But he flips the camera. And when this woman is talking to, she doesn't go into the grocery store. Well, my bread cost $2.99 today. Well, the sky is blue. But every video starts off the same way. And again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them. I just like to be real. This is me. I don't come on with some hello every day. Today is blah, blah. I don't have some shtick. This is it. And that's probably detrimental. It's probably why I get shadow banned because some days I'm like, hey, everybody, let's take a real good deep breath. Let's ground ourselves. I feel like I'm so far away from you guys this morning because I have everything set up so I can be looking in the same space, but I still always look at Instagram. Sorry, YouTube, if you can even hear me. Some days I'll come on talking about, hey, let's take a breath work. Some days I'm talking about the People's Union and the fight. And some days I want to talk about just how absolutely insane and stupid we are that we've literally let this system continue for all these years. And now we are at the point in humanity, in evolution, in American evolution, in global evolution, that we've had enough. It's not just here in America. Citizens all over the world are really getting tired with being told what to do, how to live, have their whole lives dictated to them by these corrupt, treasonous, criminal administrations that are just greedy, disgusting. You know the words I want to say, right? So, everyone is feeling this. And so for me, I'm not going to get on here every day and be like, well, baba booey and blah de da bop bop doop 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 scoopity boo. Here we go, folks. It's just not me. So you never know what you're going to get with me. I'm like a box of chocolates, right? Isn't that what Forrest Gump's mom said to him? Forrest, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, right? So that's who I am because I'm not going to pretend pretend to be one specific type of person to appease the masses, to appease social media. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to metaphorically hit you in the side of the head with the baseball bat. Just do you, Jay. Tired of hearing about you, sir. Well, get out of my here. Let me help you then. Hold on. Tired of hearing about you, sir. Well, let me do you a favor. Block. Block. Goodbye. Bye. Bye-bye. Tired of hearing about me, sir. You're on my page, on my live. Should we talk about you? Again, what the fuck is wrong with people? Seriously, tired of hearing about you. Yesterday, I was accused of believing everything NASA says because I said there's really a rocket orbiting the moon right now. It's just, we're so asinine. So again, I'm not going to get on here. The best is when I get the messages from people. Oh, I didn't like when you said this in your live today. Or why did you say that? Stop, all of you, if you do this, stop holding people and the world hostage to your perspective. Stop trying to make people bend and cater to your will and expectations and perspective. Let everybody live their life and focus on yourself. Look in the mirror, work on yourself, listen to how you speak to people, look at what you're doing in life. Don't start there pointing the finger at everybody else because that's the problem. We have all just kept looking in the exterior world for excuses, for answers, for hope, for the next opportunity, and all of that comes from within. So before I went live this morning, I was thinking about a few people I connect with here personally online on an individual basis. Some of them are trying to have better relationships. Some of them are trying to build their lives. Some of them are trying to build careers. And I don't mean this in any egotistical way. This is fact. If they would just do what I suggested to them, they would be where they want to be. But the problem is they constantly revert back to the ego. The ego. When somebody gives you that really good, logically resonating, truthful advice, and you sit there and go, oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's great. And then you let that thought and emotion creep in and your ego and your perspective, and you go, but I think maybe that's not right for me. Guess what? That not right for you is exactly what's going to push you out of you because you are the issue in your path and life. Whether you're allowing the exterior world to distract you or you're believing in some delusional bullshit waiting for it to unfold and manifest before you, you are the root, the catalyst, the cause, the spark, the start, the seed. It's all here. So when I tell people, I use this term all the time, jump in the fire. Jump in the fire. That literally means do what you are afraid of doing. Step so far outside of yourself that you're going to do something you would never do. That way, you shake your whole system up so much that it forces you to observe your life, your actions, and who you are, your wants and needs, and your path from a completely different perspective than who you normally are. We need these catalytic moments to happen to knock us out of ourselves. Because if you stay in your head, you're dead. In your head is every thought, emotion, action, and event, every moment, every word, every smell, every taste, every feeling rattling around your head. And you hear this information and it doesn't coincide with the tornado you're living in, but it's that tornado you're trying to break free from. So when somebody gives you that really good, logically resonating solution path, guidance, don't sit there and go, oh no, that's not for me. Jump in that fire. Another one I say all the time is run down Fifth Avenue naked. What is my point in that? It would take a massive amount of courage, strength, confidence. It would also mean that you are not letting the judgment of others interfere with you, your path, your actions. You are completely on your own, focused, like you're running down Fifth Avenue naked without a care in the world. Jump in the fire. So I get really frustrated when I see people struggling to survive and the answer to their liberation is right there, but it's currently outside of their wheelhouse. That's what insight, information, signs, the universe, that's all the things they're supposedly waiting for. When you get it and they sit there and say, no, I'm not ready for it, there's nothing you can do. You have to step back. You've got to let them come onto their own terms. You can only provide the information. You can only be the resource for inspiration, the inspiration of guidance. You cannot be the expectation of results. But it does frustrate me. And there are three people I connect with privately, specifically, that I have such high hopes for them. They are such incredible people. They have incredible potential and these paths and connections and opportunities that will literally help change the world. And they are so stuck in their head, their trauma, their ways. I just sit there sometimes and almost want to wash my hands and say, I can't help you at this point, but I hope and I wait and I just be there for them to be that source of inspiration. Excuse me. So my point with this, and I don't mean to ramble and babble this morning, but we've got so much going on in the world around us that is pulling us in so many different directions. We've got so much going on inside us that we're trying to overcome, understand, accomplish, change, shift, break free from, that we're spread so thin, man. And at this point, I really don't know how else to communicate with people. I don't know what words to use at this point. So back to my point is the raw, unfiltered authenticity. Good times, bad times. If I'm feeling good, you're going to know about it. If I'm feeling bad, you're going to know about it. I'm not going to utilize social media only for the good moments. I'm not going to create shticks to hook you. I'm not going to come up with opening lines like blah, blah, boop, boop, boop. Good morning, everybody, to make you want to hear what I've got to say. If you want to be here, you're here. If you don't want to be here, then unfollow my page and go someplace else. And many blessings to you and best of luck on your path. But we woke up this morning, today, Tuesday, the 7th, is it? Is today the 7th, I think? Something like that, right? And the president of the United States basically said that he's going to just destroy an entire country tonight. He's going to mass murder millions of people tonight because they're not bending to his will and expectations, because he's starting a fight with them on mythological reasons, because he wants to distract everybody from the fact that he's a pedophile and that he's trying to rig the United States system so he can stay in power. But he literally said that by tonight, if Iran does not open the Strait of Hormuz, they're going to do things in that country. They're going to obliterate, destroy the entire nation of Iran. And I'm sitting here this morning thinking to myself, is he going to launch a nuclear weapon in Iran? What is he going to do? Literally, like, how does he plan on wiping a country off the map? How does he plan on doing this? This is what we have to endure with today. This is today. This is the reality of today. So I don't know what to do anymore. It's a beautiful sunny day outside. I've got to go clean things outside of my house. I was gardening this morning, getting things ready to sell. I mean, I just don't know how we go through life anymore, my friends. I don't know what we do. I saw the post from Bernie Sanders today saying, stop the war in Iran. That's enough. Yeah, Bernie, the tweet, good intention, it ain't going to do anything. Why don't you and I have a conversation, Bernie? Why don't you and I, Bernie, find some way to overthrow this government because they're completely unhinged, psychotic? I don't know what to do anymore, my friends. I really, really, really don't. But what I am abundantly tired of, I'll share this with you. I'm abundantly tired of content creators degrading, belittling, and demeaning people who don't agree with them and using rancid terminology, thinking they are above those people. I'm tired of content creators constantly sharing and spreading the fear with no lines of hope or inspiration or real substantial ways for systematic change. I'm tired of people staying so ignorant and so arrogant in their egotistical mindsets that they are unwilling to accept, be aware of, or admit that they and the world need changes. I am tired of humanity. This version of humanity, we constantly say, oh, humanity, oh, humanity, oh, humanity. Well, our version of humanity is outdated, um, completely complacent. We've stopped evolving because we've let technology do it all for us. Now, I still remember the phone number of the apartment I grew up in Queens, New York, 718-380-0146. That's because when I grew up, this was my iPhone. This was my computer. This was my hard drive. This was my compass through the world. This is what guided me left and right. And now we sit here, we don't remember phone numbers anymore. We don't remember basic mathematics anymore. We don't remember anything anymore. You don't know your friend's phone number. You probably don't even know your children's phone numbers by heart. And I'm using this as a small example, but we constantly we've let the technology evolve for us, and now we're complaining at the evolutionary rate of the technology that we have let do the thinking for us. That contradiction right there, you can apply to every single thing we have done and do. The Industrial Revolution, people freaked out. The internet, people freaked out. AI, automation, robotics, people freak out. And we're still here. The problem is we get complacent, we get lazy, and we let the technology start doing things for us. And now, as I said, as that technology is getting to the point where it's going to do everything we can do faster, better, and more efficiently, we start to feel that, oh my God, it's going to replace us instead of looking at it as, oh my God, this is the tool that can liberate us, free us, do the mundane tasks, work. And you and I, guess what we could do? We can go frolic in the forest, run through the fields naked. You know what I mean? And I'm not being like, I don't mean run through the forest naked, but we can enjoy life. We can travel, enjoy this planet, enjoy each other. But the problem is not the technology we've created. It is, again, these rancid, disgusting, evil monsters who have made us believe money is the most powerful thing on the planet when it isn't. Do you know what's more powerful than money? Let's scroll all the way down. Wow, look, a lot of people now. Do you know what's Look up Plum Village if you ever heard of it. Oh, okay. You're probably talking to somebody else. What is more powerful than money? Love and connection. You're on the right path. Love, happiness. Oh, we'll talk about happiness in a moment because happiness is a fleeting emotion like joy, sadness, anger, hate, happiness. Love was a little more closer to it, but family is more powerful than money. Okay. Integrity is more powerful than money. Pleasure is more powerful than money. Health, God is more powerful than money. Peace, I love it. Our voice, love. Okay. Love on YouTube. Thank you. Okay. Us, unity, faith and family, hope. Okay. Great. I was going to say our will, which is our integrity, is love, is our family, is all involved in that. Our will, the human will, the will of the people. Look what we have endured throughout history. Look what you personally have endured in your life. When you take a moment, don't consciously time travel to the emotions of those moments. Just reflect for a moment. Think of the traumatic things that have happened to you. Think of the horrors you have experienced. And here you are today. You have endured and moved through and learned and grown from those things. Our will is more powerful than money. And if we all can get to stand together in true solidarity, if the majority of us can do this, then our will, our power, our numbers will change everything. We are the economy. We, the people, have created the resources for them to be wealthy. They're wealthy on our money. Their wealth is our money that we have given to them. And you could say, well, no, there's generational wealth like the Rockefellers and stuff. Well, who gave them their money? Your great great granddaddy did. You get what I'm saying? So, the will of the people. And how can we right now, Bernie, I hope you're listening, how can the people really fight back against this system? Because this system does not serve the people at all. Our politicians are political performers. They pretend to do things. I put forth a bill to block the arms of Israel. I put forth a 5% wealth tax. Does nothing. Don't go anywhere. Nothing happens. Actually, the exact opposite always happens to us. We truly have to shut this country down. We have to shut this. True economic resistance means don't spend your money. And I know people are going to say, well, only shop local, only shop independent. That should be the common sense, logical thing. If we're not spending our money anywhere, but I need to go out and go get groceries, am I going to go shop at Kroger, who supports the Republican Party, or am I going to find a supermarket that's just ethical, that's owned by somebody small, that's not some corporation? When I put Kroger on the list this month for the blackout, people are like, what did Kroger do? What did Kroger do? Why don't you use Google instead of asking me? But not to mention, I did put a paragraph underneath the post explaining everything. But still, what did Kroger do? Read the caption. So don't spend your money. And I'm sorry to the local independent businesses who sell vases and who sell picture frames and who sell things like that. We don't need that shit anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look, hold, stay right there. Don't go away. Look, I'm dead serious. Look, I'm going to bring you over three things. Don't drop it. I just told you you don't need that materialistic plastic, denim, canvas, wood shit anymore. The only thing you need is food for your family, a roof over your head, love, solidarity, and communication, right? I'm telling you this. And guess what? There's my little alien thinker. Look, see him? See my little thinker? Sitting on his stone rock, there's him. Look, hold on. Hold on. My little meditating gray alien. See him? See, look. Oh, what? Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. My three little aliens sitting on a rock. You cannot get these anywhere. I am the only person who sells all these meditating aliens and all this. I don't sell them anymore because I stupidly closed my Etsy shop because Etsy was selling alligator Alcatraz merchandise. Etsy wasn't. Individual local shops were that had to close down and go online because of big box business. So I cut my nose off to spite my face. We should have not stopped shopping at Etsy because it still has all those local businesses you want to support. We just should have called out all of the sellers who was selling alligator Alcatraz. So now you can't get my little aliens. You can't get them because I don't sell them anymore unless somebody says, hey, can I get one of your little aliens? Can I get the thinker? Can I get the praying one? Can I get your Jesus statue? Can I get one of your Buddha statues? You know why you can't get these anywhere? Because I hired a sculptist, a real honest to God sculptist who works with clay and marble and all that, and digital scoping to create those for me, right? So my point in all this is I'm telling you, don't buy anything you do not immediately need right now. Let the economy suffer because we're choosing to make it suffer, not because they are charging us so much that we can't afford anything. These assholes, these idiots like Jeff Bezos want to turn their entire industry fully automated. You know how you're afraid of AI and robotics and automation replacing you? Well, Jeff Bezos wants to replace every Amazon employee eventually with a robot, with AI. I have a question for Jeff. Who is going to be able to buy your merchandise if you're taking the jobs away from the people? You guys are idiots. The dumbest people on the planet. Now, AI, automation, and robotics is the greatest technology we've created. Remember, your generations, your family members before you were working to provide a better future for you so you can have an easier future. AI, automation, and robotics is that way. It could do the things we needed to do. It can help us heal this planet. It can help us create new systems that'll change everything. But because these nefarious, evil, satanic, demonized, fucking antichrist motherfuckers want to use it for nefarious purposes, they're not even thinking long term. They're thinking right now, Jeff Bezos is going, wow, well, if I can replace all my employees with robots, I'm going to save $20 billion in payroll a year. Well, Jeff, who the fuck is going to buy your stuff, you dumbass? This is just so stupid. So we, the people, with our will and numbers, need to show them right now they don't deserve our money. They don't get our money. Stop buying paper, denim, plastic, and canvas and metal in the shape and forms of things that you think you need because somebody else has it. This is the revolution. This is the fucking revolution. Economic resistance on an unprecedented level. What that means is in the future, when they write about the history books about this time, when my name is in the history books because of the father of the economic blackout and all this shit, they need to understand that we, the people, shut this fucking country down. If you don't have to work on May 1st, if you can take off on May 1st, take off. If you don't have to go to school, don't go to school. And don't go out of your house and buy a goddamn stick of gum. If you are at a protest or a rally on May 1st on your way home, do not go through fucking McDonald's fucking drive-thru on the way home. It's the complacency of people that are enabling this system to continue. We stand in the streets. We stop traffic. We ground the fucking airplanes. We shut the country down, not them. We do. And we do this on May 1st to show them, look, you dumb fucks, here's one day, and look what we can do. You want us to do 2 days? How about 5? How about 7? How about a month? How about we just never shop at Walmart, Amazon, Target, Home Depot, Starbucks, Kroger, fucking again. They don't deserve your money. None of them do. I can't see the chat. I'm so sorry, man. YouTube is like chatting. They could be going, we can't hear you. Yeah, your speakers are working. The last video that was not nice home cooked meal is so much better than paying overpriced at restaurants. Oh, let me tell you something. I'm going to make a left turn because that comment. I worked in the food business from a teenager until my 40s. I even owned my own cafe. I'm telling you right now, don't eat out. Don't eat out. First of all, fast food, that shit, don't ever, once a month, so don't ever, but once in a while, don't ever put that shit in your body. Don't ever put it in your body. Cook your food at home. You might say to yourself, oh, well, the restaurant up the block from my house always has good, wholesome ingredients. Yeah? Well, what about the employee that just went in the bathroom and was scratching his ass, sticking his nose up his finger, and decided not to wash his hands? Oh, that don't happen, right? I don't gamble with that. Do I eat out sometimes? Do we order food? Sometimes I break down, so I'm being a hypocrite right now. But I'm telling you, as somebody who's been in this business, don't eat out. And especially right now, don't eat out. Don't spend your money. Shit is so expensive. Why are you going to pay for a meal that has a profit margin now placed on top of it so they can make profit when you could have cooked it for a fraction of the cost? And that's what I mean by my profit margin cap. We cannot continue to have inflation. Companies sit there and go, you know what, man? I've been charging $19.99 for this little alien for the past 7 years. But you know what? I bet you people are going to pay $24.99 for this. Let me do that. This is now $24.99. And you're not making any more money. Your paycheck didn't go up. But because I just want more money, because I'm a greedy fuck, I'm going to charge more for this. And guess what? Holy shit, I'm selling more of them now at $24.99 because people must just assume there's a greater value. There's something amazing. Shit, you know what? I'm going to push that shit up to $28.99, $32.99. And in 5 years, you'll be paying $50 fucking dollars for this. It's got to stop. So there should be, Bernie, a legal, reasonable profit margin cap put in place. Financial institutions, manufacturers, retailers, all of them. What do you mean, Jay? What is that? That's not how capitalism works. That's my fucking point. That's not how the free market works. That's right. And that's why that shit needs to change. So let's say, here we go. I want to make, my time is worth for making these $20 an hour, okay? My materials cost for this $6. Blah, 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 blah. I can make XYZ in an hour, blah, 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 blah. So if it costs me this much, I'd like to make this much. Okay, so my cost on this at that point would be $8, $9. Let's just hypothetically say $10. To pay myself and to make this, it's going to cost me $10 to make each one of these. Why would I charge you $20 for it? Why? Why do I need to make that much more? So there should be a profit margin cap. You put forth what it costs to make your products, what it costs to run your business, what it costs to pay your staff, what you'd hypothetically like to make. We take that number and then we come up with, okay, it costs you $10 to make this. You're allowed to charge $15 for it. You cannot ever, 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 ever charge more for it. And guess what? The people who make the materials for you to make this, they will never charge you more. We've locked down the economy. A legal, reasonable profit margin cap. And on top of that, we slowly end federal income tax for the American citizen. We can't just end it and chop it off because the billionaire contribution still wouldn't make up for it. So what we do is we begin to raise the taxes on the wealthy and a luxury tax, reduce the taxes on the citizens. Then we basically go through the entire system. Look where we are excessively pissing away money. Look at the military budget. We're spending billions and billions and trillions of dollars to fucking kill each other, not protect our shores, to invade other countries and murder each other. We need a global coalition where that shit just stops. We would be saving trillions of dollars right there. That alone would end federal income tax for the American citizen. As far as our states, now we have no federal income tax. We don't need the federal government to give us any aid. So in our state, I pay 7% tax. In this state, let's raise it to 10%. I'm still keeping all my paycheck. I'm now paying only 10% to state tax, and that extra money we're giving to the state now creates our own disaster relief fund, our own societal relief fund, medical, daycare, etc. We've ended that. Immigration. Instead of being barbaric, Nazi-loving fucking assholes, we take the money that Kristi Noem pissed away alone. The money that Kristi Noem pissed away alone, and we create an immigration center at the border that has a medical staff, culturists, linguists, people who can help and place these people. We have humanitarian aid, and then we form a global placement coalition. The United States should not carry the burden of taking all these immigrants alone. We form a global coalition, and we place people in countries where they can serve a good contribution and purpose to society. Look what I just did. In 10 fucking seconds, Bernie, I just solved your tax problem. I've ended fucking inflation, and I've given you the best goddamn immigration policy we've had ever. And that's the tip of the iceberg. I've got pages and pages and pages of this. And that's why I swear to God, I'm not joking to you right now. If by some miracle we get out of this and we get somebody in office in 2028, by 2032, I promise you, if this is all still going on and these changes are not happening, I will run for president. I won't win. I'm nobody, but at least we'll be able to amplify my voice in such a way that every other candidate and potential candidate will have to compete with the truth. At least the people at that point would know there are systems currently available to us that can change our way of life overnight. But because of greed, nothing else, greed, we are held hostage to an outdated system. Every single day we've got to see people talking about the Constitution. I guarantee you none of them have even read the fucking Constitution. I would wipe my ass with the Constitution and rewrite a whole system that benefits the people and makes these civil servants the fucking servants. I would line up Zuckerberg, Thiel, Bezos, Altman, all of them and go, get your checkbooks out, boys, because you're fucking paying. You're paying. Like I said before, I would probably have to walk around. I would be like a hamster in one of those balls. I'd be living in a bulletproof ball everywhere. I'd have to walk around because they would want to out me instantly. But you know what? I would die on that hill. I swear to you right now, no shtick, no gimmicks. If somebody, something right now said, give up your life today and that world will exist tomorrow, you would never see me again. I swear to God. I would end my life willingly right now if that was the world we would have tomorrow. because this isn't about me. This isn't about my life. I've had a very interesting story, my friends. When I think back about that little kid who was growing up, finding his way to today, I don't know how that kid did it. I really don't. The only thing is I can tell you is no matter how much I fucked up, no matter how many bad things that happened to me, I did stay connected to what was inside me always. I when I was born, when I was a kid in elementary school, I would look out the window and literally say, I did not come here to sit in a room and stare out the window all day. Second grade, who has those thoughts? I knew when I was a child, all I wanted to do was grow up and speak to people. I used to say when I was a child all the time, I just want to grow up and speak to the world at the same time. So 2032, maybe we'll get that opportunity. Because the one good thing about Donald Trump becoming president of the United States, the one good thing about Donald Trump becoming president of the United States is that one line your teacher told you when you were a kid. We can all grow up to become president of the United States. If that fucking gelatinous sack of disgust can be the president of the United States, you bet your ass I can. You can. And man, I would take that job in a heartbeat, and fucking drain the swamp is not even a word that comes close. The Democrats and the Republicans would literally be on the grill. Systematic change for the people, by the people, abolishing and ending Congress, because we, the people, should be choosing, deciding, and voting on everything that has to do with us, our lives, and this country. I don't know if you remember this, but a little over a year ago, when we started with the economic blackout, for about 2 months there, every single one of my videos started off with an American president, the economic blackout, an American president, the tax plan. This all started because I was making videos of what a president should be doing and saying for the people. I did have an ulterior motive. I do have an ulterior motive. My pipe dream. Now you all know what it is. I let the cat out of the bag. I'm coming for your job, Donnie. I'm coming for your job. Everyone, you all have a great day. I know it is a really sick, insane day in the United States. We are sitting here all just waiting to see what the hell this administration is about to do to another country. It's horrifying, it's heartbreaking, but I promise you this, man. We will. Somehow, some way, it's right inside me right now. We will. We will. We will prevail. We will survive. We will grow. We will unify. And we will change this system. I'm going to see Bruce tonight. Bruce who? Bruce Dickinson? Bruce Lipton? Oh, Bruce Springsteen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was like, you're going to see Bruce tonight. Bruce who? Duh. So sorry, man. In Italy, it's the same here. Yeah, like I said earlier in this chat, man, in this live, that it's not just here, it's citizens all across this planet. We are just tired of these individuals who become politicians, who give us empty promises, dangling the carrot in front of our face, promising us a better tomorrow that never comes, and them just turning out to be disgusting, sleazy, greedy, absolutely horrific fucking monsters wearing three-piece suits. Oh, that's another thing, by the way. That's another thing. When I'm president, you can bet your ass that three-piece suit shit is ending. I'm not gonna be sitting behind the goddamn Oval Office every day with a fucking tie around my neck and all that stuffy ass shit with leather tight shoes on my shit. I'm gonna be comfortable. I'm gonna be casual, and we are gonna kick the shit out of this country. We are gonna turn this country into something that illuminates and inspires not only this planet, but as a beacon of hope for all worlds out there that goes back to the collective, that goes back to the source and resonates back to us with fucking joy. Because the only way we ever get that world is when we transcend what divides us. Honor the teachings within your spirituality, separate the division of man. Jesus, Buddha, uh, Christianity, Muslim, they all pray to the same source because there is only one source, you and I. The energy that gives you and I life is it, is everything. It is everywhere. We are it. We are in it. There is nothing else in it. Let's get these fuckers out. Let's make this world what it was supposed to be. It is a planet that provides everything we will ever need for free: land, food, air, water, and we have each other to inspire, for support, for joy, for love, for confidence. They are the evil they have preached to fear. They have lied to us, deceived us, and betrayed us, from government to religion to everything and in between to spirituality on a whole. You woke up this morning with everything you will ever need to navigate this world. Lose the ego, break free, jump into the fire, my friends. You will come out whole. I'll see you all tomorrow, everybody. Have a good day. Take care.